Let's do this.
What's going on YouTube? We are back again. Now I know I did say we are gonna finish the other video that we were watching, which was a regular Pop the Balloon, but she came out with another video which is actually, wait, what is it again? The blind date love. Obviously I can't read in order. Now I've never watched any of these videos, so I don't know how it's gonna go, but I think it's going to be a pretty great video. It's 46 minutes. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, the music is different. I'm feeling this.
As you see here, we do have our wonderful single lady next to me. I'm going to go ahead and have you introduce yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Sherelle. I'm 22. I'm an architectural drafter. So I came on the show today like I'm
22.
ready to find love. So I'm really excited.
She looks so good at
Just so the
22.
guys can know a little bit more about you. What are some things you like to do for fun?
Yeah, so a lot of like my spare time is usually spent with like my friends or my family, but like personally my own hobbies, like I've recently been getting into DJing. I don't do it in public yet, but and that's something like I like to do for fun, and like going to the gym, like that's just like my usual go-to right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we do have 5 single men on the other side of this curtain. I know they're just waiting to hear more about you and you more about them.
Absolutely.
And we do see here you have a set of questions.
I do.
And we're going to go through each round. You're going to ask them a couple
I
of
hope
questions.
that, like-
whatever it is, get to know them.
You know what's the interesting thing about this? What if you make it to the end of the round, and then you're not even attracted to the person you end up with? That would be crazy.
Well, my first question is like, can you state like a fun fact about yourself, or just like anything, like, you know, to let me get to know you more?
And let's start with your name and age as well. So we'll start with contestant number 1.
Hey, I'm contestant number 1. My name is Rich. I'm 25 years old. And I would say a fun fact for me would be being involved with kids. I love the community, so that's something that I'm most definitely interested in. Just being able to connect with children and to provide resources to people that are less fortunate.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
And contestant number
Gave
2.
that beauty pageant
I'm
answer.
contestant number 2. I'm Andre. I'm 30. A fun fact about me is I like to make clothes. I taught myself how to sew. Taught myself how to do a lot of things. I like to be very hands-on with stuff.
And now for contestant number 3.
Contestant number 3, my name is James. What I like to do is mobile bartend. I run my own mobile bartending business. Been doing that for about
Never heard of
a year and a
that,
half, and
but
I really enjoy
fire.
Now contestant number 4.
Imagine someone pulling up on
Contestant
you
number
for some
4,
drinks.
My name is Tavier. I love to make music. Love all things music. Love to go to concerts, festivals, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. it's
Why
pretty
does
much it.
contestant number 4 and number 5
contestant
kind of
number
look
5.
alike? Like in their
I'm
eyes.
contestant number 5. My name is Kai. A fun fact about me, I guess, I love cars. I'm also an entrepreneur.
He's the winner right there. He said he likes cars.
First water and ice store. Yeah, I don't know. Loves of big money.
Okay. All right. Nice to meet you all. I'm very
Yeah, nice to
excited.
meet them.
Okay, go ahead and take it off with your next question for
Yeah,
them.
so definitely something I want to know about you guys is, have you ever cheated, and do you think it's like a deal breaker in a relationship?
Okay, we're jumping right on in.
Yeah.
Let's start with
Getting
contestant number
serious.
1.
Contestant number 1, in my younger years, of course, cheating is something that you do because you learn in a relationship. But in the older years, I wouldn't say so. So no. And then a deal breaker, would cheating be a deal breaker? What form of cheating? If you're communicating with someone else, I kind of feel like I'm someone who is a great man, so I don't necessarily kind of want to give in to that in a sense. But it's like, if you're so involved with me, there shouldn't be nobody else.
Okay.
Okay. Contestant
Okay.
number 2.
Contestant number 2, no, I never cheated, and it's definitely a deal breaker with me. Like, I don't share.
All right. And contestant number 3.
Understandable.
Contestant number 3, yes, I have cheated. I don't think it's a deal breaker.
Huh?
I feel like it depends on the relationship, working on it, getting through it together. and just growing. And if you guys got to go your separate ways or move forward with it together, then that's what you got to do.
Okay. Contestant number 4.
Contestant number 4. Honestly speaking, I don't understand the reason to cheat because, for me, I get in relationships because I, aspire that relationship. I want that relationship. So, personally, I haven't done that. But, and I do think it's a deal breaker because if you've cheated once, you're probably going to do it again. So.
Okay. And contestant number 5.
She likes that answer.
Contestant number 5. Personally, I've never cheated. I do think it's a deal breaker, but I feel like it's a choice. If you chose to make that decision, step out on me, you willingly and consciously made that decision. So you weren't thinking about me or how I would feel. So personally, it is a deal breaker for me because if it were me, I would just leave personally.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and throw in one more question in this round, and then we're going to go ahead and...
So my last question for this round is, how open are you to therapy and issues related to mental health in men?
Okay, let's switch it up. Let's start with contestant number 5 first.
Ooh, contestant number 5. Sorry. My parents work in the behavioral health field, so I'm always open to. I'm kind of hip to it. I'm not against therapy. I just hope it's for the right reasons. It's not trying to prove a point or try and get over on somebody of pointing out their downfalls or where they lack.
Okay.
But I'm definitely down for it.
Okay. Contestant number 4.
I feel that answer.
I'm contestant number 4. I think therapy is very important for everybody. And personally speaking, I've dealt with some issues that, I needed therapy myself with, but didn't really go seek that. So I, feel like that's very important for everybody to do, to experience. So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 3.
I feel it.
Contestant number 3, I think mental health is really important, but I'm not the type to really go to therapy right now. I'm open to it, but I'd rather just communicate and see where it is with it.
Contestant 2, I would say I'm open to it. I've actually been to therapy when I was in the military, so yeah, it's definitely helped me out. So I wouldn't mind going. Like if I had a problem, I wouldn't mind going to seek therapy.
Okay. And number 1.
Contestant number 1, I say I'm most definitely open to therapy. I've been in therapy. I do social work as well, and so I'm helping people out all the time. And so even healing journals, Black Men Healing Journals, if those individuals who never had one get one. So I'm all in support of mental health.
All right. I know you
All
heard a
right.
lot.
I did hear a lot.
So unfortunately, it is time where we do have to eliminate someone from, our lineup of men.
Yeah.
From the 5 different guys we've heard, whose answers weren't you really resonating with?
I think
feel like
for
that person in the middle.
The person I wasn't resonating
Number 3.
with the most was contestant number 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Reasons is
Go ahead, tell me.
the cheating, and I don't think that's something in a relationship that you can necessarily jump back. I'm sorry.
Like backpedal from,
Yeah,
recover
I
from,
just
I guess.
don't think that's something you can necessarily work through. So yeah, that's my reasoning. And
Okay, so we're eliminating contestant number 3.
contestant number 3.
Okay.
is-
Do they get to
Contestant
see
let's
number
have you
3?
Come on out.
Oh, I guess gets to see them.
If you want to go right on over there. All right, so if you want to
We're doing like an exit interview or
James,
something.
okay, so James, she ended up eliminating you because
That's
of the
interesting.
cheating thing and all of that. If you want to kind of elaborate on what you stated a little bit more, or do you understand where she's coming from
I
as
understand
well?
where she's coming from. I
Yeah.
feel like it's a deal breaker for a lot of people. Like I said, it depends on the relationship. Yeah.
All right.
So,
Well, we do thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. I
Thank you
Thank you
appreciate
for your
it.
time.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Okay.
I
that
feel
was
like
the
they
first
were
elimination.
feeling each other
Let's go ahead and
physically.
move on to round 2. Hit
It
'em
seemed
with
like
the
she was
question.
like, "Damn,"
So
when she came out.
First question for the second round for you guys is, do you prefer a partner that's more similar to you or different?
I think I like.
Start with contestant number 1.
I don't know what I like.
Contestant number 1, I would say it kind of depends. I feel like differences can make each other better, but also those similarities are important as well because I want to do things with you. I want to go places with you, but we do have differences. Then I would be comfortable with learning what you like, and then you learning what I like, and then we do it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, contestant number 2.
Contestant number 2, I would say it kind of, yeah, it just depends on the relationship. Obviously, we would have to have some things that are different so that I would be able to get to know you and you would be able to get to know me. But on the other hand, we would definitely share some of the same things as well because, I mean, if we're going to be working on something or a relationship, we are obviously going to have some of the same interests. But it's kind of going to go both ways.
All right, and contestant number 4.
I'm contestant number 4. I'll just say, pretty similar to these guys. It does really depend.
feel like
for me, I
we need
find,
some
the more you're similar with somebody, the more
more
you can connect with them.
spicier questions
So for me, I
here.
like to make music and do all things music related. So I like to go to concerts, festivals, do fun things. You know what I mean? And if you're not into that, it might just, it might hinder, our relationship just slightly. But I'm open to anything, to be honest with you. So.
Okay.
And number 5.
Contestant number 5. I'm kind of agree with everybody else. I do like the mix of the two, but I do like having differences. I feel like me personally, I like to hear like a
Oh,
different
shoot.
side of a story or a different view. Especially me, I'm very used to kind of hearing people being the same idea. So I like hearing that, that other perspective on it, personally. But yeah.
All right, good responses.
These are all
Is
the
there another
responses.
question?
Okay, so my
Sorry,
second
chat.
question
Forgot
for you
that I
guys
almost
is,
had an
what sets
appointment or
you
something.
apart from other men in today's dating culture?
Okay.
All right.
Let's
cool.
switch it up. Let's start in the middle of the lineup. Let's start with number 2.
Yes, what sets you apart? Let's get to
Contestant number 2, I would say what makes me different is I'm pretty hands-on and you don't have to tell me
Hold on, chat.
like I pay attention to detail, and then like my background and just things that I've been through, as far as like growing up around women. I was brought up around women, so like I just kind of I have more of a caring side. I'm not just like out here just with no feelings, or like I actually think about my actions and stuff, and I'm the type like I don't do stuff that I don't want done to me because like I take things to the heart. So once I'm not feeling a certain way about you anymore, like it ain't no coming back from that. So I kind of try to keep that in mind as far as like how I'm moving to, so I wouldn't want to do anything that I wouldn't want you to do to me, pretty much.
Okay. Let's hear from number 5.
I feel like that everyone's like.
My name's Tyler Kloster, co-owner
All
with
right.
my twin brother Bryce. We
So
founded
we're in the
Carrot
ad
Gourmet
period
in
right
North
now,
Bend,
but I feel like
Washington.
everybody's answering like
We
with the same
recommend
kind of
PayPal
like
to other
generic
business
questions.
owners.
Like,
Absolutely.
like-
It's a back end
like,
thing that we don't want to
tell me, like,
and it just does what it's
why
supposed
you?
to do.
I don't know, but like, tell
People
me something
know
different. Like,
PayPal,
act like
so
a
it's
neat,
an
nitty
easy
gritty. Like,
choice.
she the
They
one was a
trust
good
it.
one, but
it's easy to
like,
use. It doesn't cost that
ask
much. It makes
some
a very
more
straightforward decision.
questions to actually know about the person.
When you dare to
particularly.
combine sweet and tart in
I
a
don't know if
soft,
I said that
squishy
word
gummy,
right.
you get
I'm hoping that as the
a
rounds go
smile,
on, we kind of get more of those
a
questions.
that bites.
We'll see. Time to skip this ad.
New Sweet Tarts Gummies Fruity.
What sets me aside, I feel like I'm my own person. So as far as like making decisions or just really, I feel like I've gotten as far as I've gotten based off my own experiences, my own decisions I make. I'm not easily influenced, and if it's something I want to do, I'm gonna do it. Obviously, consideration to like who I'm with, but I'm not like a follower. And I make my own lane, my own motion. So if I mess up, that's on me. I don't have to like drag anybody down with me. Like I don't know, open my own 2 businesses by myself. I bought my dream car at 24. I just feel like I've just been moving at my own pace, doing my own thing. So I'm not really into like the other limelight or anything like that.
Okay. And number 4.
Contestant number 4. Ultimately, what makes me different is that I'm looking for marriage. To be real, somebody I can build with, grow with, have kids with. Spend the rest of my life with. So this is not just like a dating show for me. It's like, I want to get to know you. I want to know what you like, what you don't like, and hopefully, the connection builds and builds and builds, so we, can further that relationship and ultimately just grow together in harmony on one accord. So
Sound like a poem or something.
Contestant number 1.
Contestant number 1. I would say for me, just attention to detail. I think what makes me different is just I enjoy paying attention to detail, being deliberate in what I do. And so with that being said, like everything that we're going to set out to do, we're going to be the best to do it. So whatever dreams you have, we're going to conquer those. Whatever dreams I have, we're going to conquer those. And just like contestant 4 said, you date to marry. So that's the intention. And so with the intentionality and us coming together, what's stopping us?
Okay. All right, let's throw one more question into this round.
Okay, so another question I want to know from you guys is, what do you think is your biggest red flaw or flag?
Okay, finally
Let's
get
start
into
with
something
contestant
more
number one.
personal.
Contestant
Thank
number
you.
1, my biggest red flag, it would be my heart. My heart put me in bad spots of just kind of people who do me wrong, to be able to continue on and love them. And I think sometimes they can get you taken advantage of.
Okay.
I feel you.
Contestant number 2.
I feel you. I feel you.
Contestant number 2, I would say the same thing. Kind of like just my heart for real. Like I be just too caring, and like I look past a lot of stuff. I give way too many second chances, and like I like to be for my people. So if I mess with you, I'm gonna give you 1,000 chances before I really just be like, all right, I'm done. So that's kind of like my biggest flaw right there.
Okay. Number 4.
I'm not trying to steal their answers or anything, but honestly, it is my heart, because I feel like I'm a very nice person sometimes, and then that kind of comes off and rubs off in the wrong way with certain people. So I just try to avoid doing that. You know what I mean? Because whoever I'm
I guess the
dating,
easiest way is to say the same answer for
you know,
everybody.
pursuing to marry, that's who I want to be with. So I don't want anything else to come in between that. So yeah, I'll just say it's my heart, my caring nature. It's how my family is. It's how I grew up. So can't help it, but I'm working on it.
Okay. And our last guy, contestant number 5.
Contestant number 5, I feel like for me, it's probably going to be like my personality. I'm a people's person, so I do network, and it's easy for me to talk to people and kind of like, get my way of being myself into a room. I feel like that, especially for if I'm going to be with somebody, I feel like they have to be able to understand that and know that, like, I'm not like a quiet person, so I am going to be out networking. And I feel like, they just have to be strong enough and, have enough security to be able to withstand that and know that I do talk. I'm not like a very quiet person. It's gotten me into rooms I wouldn't have gotten if I was quiet. So I just feel like it just needs to be respected. Like, if I'm moving a certain way and I'm trying to do certain things, I expect you to understand that and allow me to do what I need to do.
Yeah, I think that was the person who said he had the 2 businesses and got his dream car at 24.
That was round 2.
It's round 2.
So it's time to eliminate someone. Who are you leaning towards eliminating?
I am leaning towards contestant number 1.
I had a feeling.
I'm just kind of not feeling that initial draw to him.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my reasoning today.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to have you stand on over there, and let's go ahead and bring out contestant number 1. Hello.
Hey, over there celebrating.
Of your name again?
Rich.
Rich. Okay, Rich. So she ended up eliminating you. I think she said she wasn't really feeling your responses. How do you feel now that you've seen her? How do you feel now that you've seen him? Like, what's going through your heads?
I mean, very beautiful. I mean, you got to be yourself and be honest. So that's how I move.
Absolutely.
Was there anything specific he said that you were like, oh no?
No, I think I was just kind of leaning more towards other responses versus his. So obviously I don't want to waste your time if I'm not getting that initial like impression or spark. So that's my reasoning today.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Rich.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and move on up. All right, so we are now left with contestant number 2, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're down to our 3 remaining guys.
All dark skins.
So
Round 3.
my first question for you guys will be like, what is your favorite pastime?
Okay, let's start with contestant number 2.
My favorite pastime would be working on my businesses. Like, so I own a clothing line, so I like to make clothes. I make a lot of clothes from scratch. I like to think of a lot of new designs for upcoming seasons and stuff I want to drop. I also breed French Bulldogs, so I be with my dogs a lot. Or, I do trucking as well, so I own a trucking company, so I like to take a drive. I'll take a drive at night and pretty much just get out, see the scenery, relax, just enjoy my time, peaceful time. I kind of like to, just be in my own little area, just, doing my own thing, not too much going out or anything. I like to, find activities or something, or, really just work on myself for real. If I'm gonna pass time, I at least want to work on myself and go ahead further, continue chasing my goals and getting to where I want to go.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear from contestant number 4.
I would say my favorite pastime is traveling. I really, really, really love to travel because there's so much beauty in traveling. Get to meet new people, network, try new cuisines and all that different kind of
Who
stuff.
do you think that she'd end up with, Chad?
And I
I'm
like
gonna
to do
place
a
my
lot of
bet
adrenaline
right
rushing
now.
things while I'm traveling.
It's not
or,
gonna be
while I'm at
the guy
home,
on
too.
the left-hand
But,
side.
Yeah, I would
It's
just say
between the
overall, I
middle
really
and the
love to
right.
travel and go see new things, different things, because the world is so big, and there's so many people in the world. So it's like, why not experience it, and learn it for yourself? And it also opens your mind to new
Like
things.
the one
new
in the
people,
middle
how they
sounds
act
very
versus how
enthusiastic,
you act,
but one on the
because a
right
lot
sounds
of
like
us
he
can
got
be
like
very, very limited
a little bit more better
to
responses,
our current
in my opinion.
situations or environments. And that's one thing I dislike, is to just have a one-sided mind. I like to be open to all people, understand all people. So traveling helps me open up and learn new things, see new things, taste new things, do new things, all the above.
Okay, thank you. And let's hear from contestant number 5.
Contestant number 5, I do love the gym. I feel like that's like the greatest outlet in the world. I feel like we deal with all types of problems every day in our lives. I just feel like we all need to have a good positive outlet. Besides that, I'm gonna go back to my car. I love my car. I bought a Hellcat. I love it.
Oh, you bought a
It's the best thing in the
Hellcat.
world. I do like what contestant number 4 said, traveling. Traveling is great. It's nice to see the world, especially for how big it is. Especially when you live like in a local area and you haven't really been out, you don't understand how big the world is. Like when I went to Paris, opened my mind. I'm like, yo, this is real. Like this world is a real thing. So, definitely the gym, my car, and traveling for sure. Pastime.
Okay.
Yeah. I definitely felt them on the traveling part as well. Me myself, I've been to 26 countries. So I
How you doing at
I
22?
completely understand. I think it definitely opens your
What
mind
kind of money
to
y'all
new
making?
worlds and just gets yourself out of that bubble of, living here in the US.
Exactly.
Like, so yeah, it was really great to hear.
Nice.
My next question for you guys, though, is if
There's
you
another
could
question?
take me anywhere on a first date, where would you choose and why?
Okay, let's start with contestant number 4.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like doing things that build core memories for us. So, I know how to cook, so I'd like to cook for you. Take you home. We can go to the movies, do whatever activity we both enjoy doing together. I definitely want to do that. But apart from that, if that's not something that's in the picture, I would say, a fancy dinner, because we gotta pop out, because we that couple. But other than that, picnic in the park is cool too. I can cook some food. We can go to the park, enjoy that, watch the sunset, nature, all that good stuff. So I'll just say anything that's really building core memories. Whoever I'm getting to know, I want to know what you like. So by the time we're doing these dates and things like that, I will already have like a mental picture of what's going to make you smile, what's going to make you laugh, and all that stuff. So
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and hear from contestant number 5.
Contestant number 5, for a first date, I like to have fun, and especially if I don't know you, don't know me, we need to meet on a neutral ground. So I would probably find like a little cool speakeasy, trying to show you a little something different, a little hole in the wall type of vibe. Yeah, I like them speakeasies. There's a few of them out here, so definitely probably there.
I have to look up what a speakeasy
A
is.
restaurant,
I have no
something.
idea what that is.
Yeah, I'd probably go the speakeasy route and get a little snack.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. And contestant number
She's
1. I'm
leaving
sorry,
with the
contestant
guy in the
number 2.
middle.
Contestant number 2, it would kind of just depend, once we started texting and I kind of felt the vibe, kind of see which way I would more lean towards. But I would say something like outdoors, like something cool, like cool vibe, something not too, nothing like no club or nothing, or, just something that we could both at least have a conversation at and, like enjoy the vibe and, see some scenery or something. you know, might go somewhere. It might be a little something fun at the end of the night, like, you know, like some arcade type vibe or some type of activity or something that, you know, we could just chill out, hang out, nothing too much high pressure or nothing, something relaxed, you know, so we could actually get to know each other and it's not, you know, so much pressure and so tense, you know, just come and have fun and, you know, just really feel each other out.
All right, we have one more question for this round.
So my final question for this round is, why do you think most relationships fail today?
Okay.
Let's start with contestant number 2.
A better question.
I would say social media for sure.
I'm feeling
Social
the pop
media is
balloons
like-
a little bit more.
Has
Like
everyone thinking it's just
social media.
It's not, and then like a lot of people are really just into the hype right now. Everyone is just so focused on not missing out on something, and they think that they're gonna miss out on something. So it like kind of tends to make people do things that you know you wouldn't even normally do or even really want to do, but you just don't want to miss out and you want to be a part of the vibe or the whatever scene is going on. So I would definitely say like social media is a part, and like just, you know, like not being present versus being, you know, just in a whole nother world instead of being where you are.
And contestant number 5.
Contestant number 5, I'm definitely gonna agree on the social media part. I also think music has a part to play into this. I feel like nobody really thinks for themselves nowadays, and it's like,
Hell
if
yeah.
an artist says something, they're gonna automatically believe it and go through it. And I just feel like it's just not like, for example, if you go out, you're gonna see the same people going out. But if you look at it on social media, it looks lit. But if you see them at the club, they're just standing around like just doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it looks cool, but if you're really there, if you really know what's going on, you're gonna be like, yo, it's not really what's going on. So I definitely agree. Social media and music is just jading everybody's minds, and it's not how the real world works. It's just not. So social media and music is what I'm gonna say. Nobody really thinks for themselves anymore.
And contestant number 4.
I'll keep it short, but basically, I'll say lack of communication. It's very, very big to communicate when you're in a relationship, because when you think about it,
This
you're gonna
man
get
took a
married to
different
the
route,
person,
even though the social media is a problem.
And
but he's
if
the
that
winner. He's the winner right there.
happens,
If you
things
don't
aren't
win,
always gonna be so bright. So,
I don't know.
You know, the best way to solve those issues, those problems, is to communicate. And you know, I found like a lot of my friends, a lot of people I'm around, you know, have problems with the relationships just because they're going to other people to talk about this and that. Went to your significant other the first time, you probably wouldn't have had that issue, that problem, whatever the case may be. You could have solved it in the blink of an eye, but because you decided to go to social media, like my boy said, or you know, go to listen to the music.
nothing else. I don't need to hear anything
It's
else
like,
this man
it's not
needs
gonna-
to
it's
say.
not gonna work, even if
He
you don't do those
took
things and you don't
it
have
right here.
communication. You gotta have communication overall.
All right, it is the end of this round.
It is the end of the round.
I know those are pretty good responses.
These are great responses.
Unfortunately, we do have to get rid of one of those guys. We got to eliminate him.
So the person I'm picking this round to eliminate will be contestant number 2.
Okay, I'm going to have you stand on over there.
Hey, who's number 2?
And contestant number 2, let me have you
Oh,
come
okay.
on out.
We knew that was gonna happen.
All right, you can stand right over there. Okay, so why did we lean towards eliminating contestant number 2?
I think for me, when it came around to that date question, I kind of feel like it was not really like a lot of effort thought or put into it when it came to what could possibly be done. But that's just me. Like, I'm definitely like a more
Yeah, I just
outgoing girl,
realized
I
she's
feel
not
like,
wearing
so-
any like any
I don't
earpieces.
know. I just feel like
Just wanted a
I
little
didn't really
more-
resonate that much with your answer today.
All right, and then sorry, if you can remind us of your name again.
Andre.
Oh, Andre, you don't got a mic?
No, I got it.
Oh, there you go.
Andre.
Andre, okay. Well, Andre, we do thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we are in our final round.
Oh, that's just YouTube things still at the bottom.
Okay, so let's go ahead.
All right.
And, continue on
Final
to the question.
2.
We do have contestant
Remember
4.
what I told you.
So let's get in with the first question.
So, what I would like to know is what is the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
Ooh, okay. Contestant number 4.
I've done a lot of spontaneous things, so Um, for example, I drove myself across the country, changed my life. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, originally from Kenya, but I moved to LA and I drove myself over there to pursue my dreams and my career. But I will say the biggest thing I've done was, I would say, well, I'm gonna give you two. I flew out of the country alone to London, had the best experience of my life. But the biggest thing I wanted to say was I jumped off like one of the buildings in Las Vegas. It's called the Strat Tower. It really boosted my confidence. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I can do anything. Like I'm fearful. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Contestant number 5. Let's hear from you.
Contestant number 5, geez. The most spontaneous thing I've ever done was kind of the same thing he did. Traveled a little bit. Went to Paris for a week, then took a train to Amsterdam. Was there for a week. You know, that traveling stuff and going out the country was really just a nice break from everything. But that's probably the most spontaneous thing. I was like, yeah, let me get my passport, start checking off these countries, getting these stamps. Went to Jamaica too, but nothing compared. I was out in Paris for Fashion Week, so I was like, I gotta go. I need to get lit, and that's what I did. Yeah.
Okay.
What would you say is the
He
most
couldn't compete with the
spontaneous thing
answer.
you've done?
Oh, wow.
She said, I wasn't expecting this.
I feel like I've done a lot in my life, but kind of piggybacking off of like them is just definitely being able to solo travel as well as like with my best friend. We actually share the same birthday, so we always travel together, and I feel like my times with her are just always so grand, and I'm so appreciative of the time we have together. So I would say like my times with her is always just so spontaneous. It's just I love it. Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and start off with that second question.
So my second
Okay.
question is like, what's a long-term goal you guys would like to achieve?
Okay, let's start with
I'm
contestant
hungry. I'm gonna
5.
get some pizza after this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Contestant number 5. Definitely financial freedom. I do not like stress. I mean, I know it's a part of like everyday life, but I know like me personally, I like to, have a good time. So I would love to be. I understand financial freedom is not necessarily like super duper tin, but I would love to just be able to do whatever I want. I just feel like I don't want to stress about bills, yada yada. So I definitely think a long term goal is to get myself good now. So in the long run, I don't really have to worry about stuff like like I said, I just bought my dream car at 24. I'm about to be 25, so that kind of lets you know where I plan on heading. So I'm just like, I don't really care about, the fun stuff now. Like I can do that later on if I just play on my cards right. So right now it's time to grind and build my legacy. So when I do decide to settle down, have kids and everything, I can do that without, really having to worry about it. So definitely financial freedom for sure.
Okay, contestant number 4.
Honestly,
Let him cook.
I'm really, really, really interested in building a family because that's just something I didn't grow up with like a lot around me. As far as like intermediate family, I didn't grow up with a lot of that around me, but I have always had like cousins and aunties and uncles and stuff around me. But ultimately, it's just getting to where God wants me to be urgently because life is really, really short. And when you think about it,
Right said financial freedom. Left said closer to God. There ain't no way he losing this.
there really is no time. Like, there's no time at all to do anything. So I just want to do everything that I'm supposed to do, everything that I'm meant to do while I'm here. And I want to succeed and strive to that at the fullest of my capabilities, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, next question.
So
We have another question?
My
Oh my
final question
gosh.
for this round is
Round?
how do you
This
like
the
to show
last
your
thing.
affection to the people you care about?
Ooh, affection. My
contestant number 4.
favorite topic.
Quality time.
Quality time. That's my
Whoever I love
number
is someone that
one
I
or
want to be
two.
around. So if that's you, then I just want to be around you and spoil you, treat you to what you like to do. But, that goes vice versa. We do that towards each other, which builds a better relationship versus one person just doing something. But honestly, it's quality time. Getting to know my partner because you can never know someone 100%. there's always something that you're gonna miss or something that you need to know that you didn't know, something you can do better. And I know everyone likes attention, everyone, in general. So showing that girl, that woman, attention is very important for me because I know without that, there's a lot of problems that can, that can hinder
Arise.
your relationship and whatever the case may be. And I don't want any problems in my relationship. So it's just quality time, attention, and yeah, just love and care, really.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's from contestant 5.
I think for me, showing my affection, like I said, I was raised a certain way, so it's definitely gonna be, I hate to say it, a little bit more on the materialistic side. I'm definitely in tune with my affections and obviously being able to speak. But I know me, like I said, I like nice things. So if you buy me some nice thing, that's my love language. So I'm gonna reciprocate that to you as well as a verbal and like reassure you side. Quality time for sure. It's just I like you. I'm gonna buy you a bag or something, But that's only if you my girl. That's only if you my girl, though. Like no, whatever. So, but definitely I look nice. I want you to look nice. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of it.
All right.
The moment of truth.
Our last 2 men.
Elimination time. Which one out of these 2 contestants, all of the responses really resonated with you? You loved what you heard, whatever it may be. Which one out of these 2 are we eliminating?
I think for me, it'll be contestant number 5.
Okay.
I think overall,
What I told you.
I was kind of leaning
What I told you.
towards the other person more, and just like the attention to detail.
He was like, I knew.
Just, like,
I knew.
the
He was like, I couldn't beat him.
intention of
Those
what
answers
you
were too
want
good.
Going into a relationship and building that bond with the person. So I think the other person's answers resonated with me more versus contestant number 5 today.
All right.
Both great.
You can go ahead and stand on over there. All right. Contestant number 5, come on out.
Good luck, man.
All right. I'll have you stand there. Okay. If you want to remind us of your name again.
Hi, my name is Kai.
Hi. Okay. So you did end up eliminating him. Was there anything specific he said that you were like, oh, you know what? I'm definitely going to steer more towards contestant number 4?
I think it was kind of your last comment on my final answer in terms of the materialistic. I love gifts. I love giving gifts to my friends and my family. It's also another love language of mine, but I think like that bond is much more important to me than the other stuff.
No, for sure. Yeah. That's why I said I was like, I was raised a certain way, so like I understand my view is gonna be a little different, but.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you.
Nice meeting you as well.
Okay.
All right, go see your man.
Okay. So you did end up picking contestant number 4.
I did.
So let's go ahead and bring out your match. Come on out.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'll have you just.
Oh, I like that hug.
Tavia, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you're beautiful.
Thank
you.
Yes, ma'am.
So I know you said a lot of his responses like really resonated with you.
What's this camera angle?
What the fuck is wrong with the cameras, man? Show the angles right.
Like sealed deal for you.
I just think like how I don't know, the way you articulated things, like that's just kind of how even I would respond to some of like my answers I asked today. And also your view on like mental health and everything, like that's so important to me. I'm a big advocacy for therapy. So yeah, I think that's just my final,
Okay.
I was just like, okay, like I think I'm leaning more towards this way, and I think like just as we went on, that's just kind of sealed the deal for me.
All right. So now you see your day. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, sir?
Mr. Money Man. I'm just playing. No, but she's a beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
I loved your responses too when she did ask you, some questions. I really like your vibe and everything like that. You have a beautiful smile as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we're real happy.
All right. Well, I can't wait to
Oh,
hear about
she
this
said
follow-up.
we're
Okay,
really
I'm gonna
happy.
Get lots of dates and we hear good stuff.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
really, really happy for you too.
Can we go skydiving?
Oh.
Just playing.
All right, you guys keep going on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for tuning into this episode of Blind Date Love. If you'd like to be featured in any of our upcoming episodes, the submission form will be linked
Some
in
of
the
these
description box below.
late
Make sure you
camera
go ahead and fill
changes.
that
It's
out
not a
to be
lot,
considered. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you all next time.
Make sure you do that in this video too. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. This video is a little bit different. I definitely do like the pop the balloon ones a lot more, but this was still an interesting one to watch. But if you did like this video, go ahead and drop a like too, and check out those other videos, and I'll see you on the next one.